Hello, Collective. Welcome to your reading. Collective, this is a general spirit check-in, not a one-to-one spirit check-in. So you might not resonate with the whole reading. You might not resonate with any of the reading. Whatever you do resonate with, please take what you need and leave the rest behind. Collective, I could be picking up on your energy or on someone who's in your energy. So if it doesn't feel like I'm speaking about you, please switch the energies around. I started this reading a few minutes ago, and the camera shut off all by itself right in the middle of the reading, and I hadn't even started yet. But what came through was a wizard's duel. Oh, because it was on the cut. I was shuffling the cards, and what was on the cut was the Hermit and the Queen of Wands in reverse. That's right. And immediately I saw a wizard's duel. Well, now I'm watching my phone now because I have loss of memory. There's no reason why my phone should have shut off. Like why the camera would have shut off. So the two things that were coming to me was the movie Merlin and the movie The Sword and the Stone. And how both magicians in both movies had a duel, a wizard's duel. In the movie The Sword and the Stone, Merlin had a wizard's duel with the mad magnificent Mim. And in the movie Merlin had a wizard's duel with Queen Mab. Who was like the dominion of the elements. Very much like a dominion of the nature spirits, of the nature world, of the elemental world. And that's what's coming back. That is exactly what is coming back. And I was saying how you guys, whoever comes, I said that the movie Merlin's Wizard's Duel is more sophisticated than the movie Merlin's because it's all knowledge that is age appropriate. And I said, therefore, it shows me my channel. Those who come to my channel are of a sophisticated nature. You've developed your own and whatever was spoken there did not want to be spoken, did not want me speaking it. Very interesting. Because I said in both movies, Merlin defeated his adversary. And the adversary lied and cheated, trying to win. But Merlin defeated them with integrity, in truth, in honor, and in love with the people that were with him in his world. So there's something interesting going on here. And the song came in very clearly Stuck on you. Got a feeling deep in my soul that I just can't lose. Yes, I'm on my way. That kind of made me, it kind of brought, it didn't kind of, it did, it brought tears to my eyes, because the song is about coming home. You know, yes, oftentimes it's a romance song, but you'll notice that a lot of romance songs, you know, that are soulmates, you know, you're your first soulmate. So you coming home to you is like the ultimate romance. And then all rest stems out from there. Okay, I wanted to speak those words under the protection of the sage. I even prayed before the first reading. I could feel energy in the works. Either you're ascending, crabs in a bucket, may not be actual people around me. It could be your own lower nature archetypes trying to fight for their right at the helm of your life. That happens too. And now we're going to ask for some help and some protection. Creator, Holy Spirit of the Most High, grandmothers and grandfathers, please bless this reading. Please bring in the knowledge and the wisdom and the guidance of the Most High for the collective and for whoever will be coming to this reading, and the messages that they need to hear. Thank you. I'm just smudging myself. And all of you. All right. Okay, it was an interesting message, very interesting. So, you know, finding that more and more that there is a re-enchantment happening, a revival. You know, it's like as many of some of these scholars and teachers are saying that we are coming through a kind of renaissance. And, you know, the Black Plague, and then there was an explosion of new consciousness and art and literature and music and theater and concept and ideas and mathematics and science. And oh my gosh, it was a huge explosion of consciousness. And then immediately after that was the Protestant Reformation, the pushback, where the powers that be were fighting for their survival at the helm of the human consciousness, the human race, the global community. And that is what's going on collectively now, with politically and corporately. And this is why we, like some of the teachers are saying, that we are being asked, for those of us that can hear this, for the wise-hearted, for those of you that can hear this message, you're being asked to become mystically mature, to take responsibility for your life in all areas, in every way that you can. Become mystical adults. Because I feel there's a new dawn arising on the planet, and it will be the dawn of the sovereign, You know, they say the second coming of Christ is coming. Yeah, that's you. That's you. The second coming of Christ is the sovereign you, the sovereign me, the sovereign humanity, period. It's not a religious experience. Creator, who is coming to this reading and what do they need to hear? Who is coming to this reading and what do they need to hear? Who is coming to this reading and what do they need to hear? Who is coming to this reading and what do they need to hear? Am I still recording? Yep. Okay. Let no spell formed against me or any of the viewers stand. I bind it and I send it back to the sender. Let the sender be bound by their own magic so they cannot hurt anyone ever again. Thank you. All right, the cards are ready. There's a new group of people entering into my channel. There's a new energy coming in here. Keyword new. Okay, let me see if I can back this up. There we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. What's on the bottom of the deck is the Six of Swords in reverse. Okay, so this could be your energy or it could be someone else's energy, okay? So put the energies where they belong. You know more than I do. I'm just the messenger, okay? Okay. So what's dawning on the dawn of someone's life is a sense of like a lack of direction, a sense of procrastination, a sense of like you have no direction in your life. Like you're coming into new territory. You're in new territory. You're in brand new territory, but there's no direction yet. And I think it's because you're expanding inwardly. The territory is inward, and it'll be inward before it's outward. But I'm feeling like it is creating a sense of, like in its beginning, it is creating a sense of conflict, because I feel like you're often like a horse at the starting gates, ready to go, like let's go, 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 or a plane in the hangar waiting to take off, anxious to take off. All these other planes are taking off beside you and all the other parallel hangars next to you on your left and on your right, but you're still sitting here waiting for your turn. And that's what I'm seeing happening. But this develops, you're sitting in this anxiousness and desire and will and strength and vision. You're holding some kind of a vision, or you've got something, or maybe you don't. You just got the desire, because there's no direction yet. There's just this fire in you, this passion to go, go, go. But yet without the direction, you're forced to kind of sit in it like a metal, a sword getting forged in the fire. Getting forged in the fire of Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Maybe this energy is in your birth chart. Maybe you are one of these. Maybe you're dealing with the person who is a fire sign. But you're getting forged in the fires of your own experiences, of your own inner world. Which brings you to you being one hell of a force to be reckoned with. I'm seeing a samurai. Someone wielding a sword as a samurai, or they got it in their sheath and they're walking into battle, forward, focused, direct, pulling their sword out and going into battle. Holy. Yes, yes. And with this Two of Wands in reverse, there is with this a realization of how much your life has changed and how much you can't go back. And it's not even going to happen here, but it's going to happen here when you get into the western door of your life. See, this is spring. This is the eastern door. This is what's coming through on a new dawn, like the sun coming up over the horizon. It's a new day, a new dawn, new energies coming in. Every day is new energy. Why don't we recognize it as new energy? Because I just heard, yeah, right. I just heard, yeah, right. Okay, yes. The only reason why we don't recognize it as new energy is because we are so under the spell of the cultural mind, of the overculture. The mind of the overculture. That's what also came in through the first reading, was a re-enchantment. There's a re-enchantment going on. Yes, 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 yes. You know, I believe that, how do I say this, Creator? The work in the astral world, because we're in new territory, we're entering into new territory, we're leaving very familiar territory and entering into new, all of us individually and all of us collectively. Some of us haven't reached this point yet, and so, some of us are well beyond it and are establishing the new world, you know. And for those of us, and maybe all of you are present now or will be at some point in this reading, but this is what comes into this, is your strength passes you beyond a Rubicon, and you kind of become aware of this, but you're committed to, it's like you're committed. You're committed. Like the universe turning in its own gravity is what I'm seeing with you. What I'm seeing with you, you're coming out of much denser consciousness. You're still a carnal human being. You're still here. You still have to put gas in the car or pump air in your bike tires or whatever you do. You still have to eat. You still got to do the dishes. You know, you still have to have a shower, cut your hair, and whatever, cut our toenails. You know what I'm saying? We still have maintenance to do. We're still here, but. And, I'm not going to say but, and you're coming out of a much denser perspective of your life. You're coming into a much lighter consciousness within yourself, within your understanding about your life, about who you are, and holy, 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 this makes me want to cry. Holy, okay. That's what I mean, forged in the fires. Please let this reading not make me cry. Okay. The King of Wands here. The King of Wands. Okay, I'll finish off here with the Two of Wands. Your strength here of what you go through in the... Oh, just a minute here. Just hold on. There we go. I'm so sorry. I forgot to wear my bracelets. Okay, your strength here brings you past the Rubicon, which brings you into the Western Door. Knowing, and maybe you're well beyond this. I feel like for some of you, you're well beyond this. And this being your fear of change, your fear of what the future may hold. Your lack of planning. I feel like whatever you're developing or will be developed in its summer energy of your life. I mean, this could be at summertime too. Who knows? You know, it's all a spiral. Each summer, the parts of ourself that's coming online, that's becoming more developed, will become more flourished every summer. And that is leaving our lives, will leave bit by bit, you know, weaning us off of parts of ourselves and gradually introducing ourselves to new parts of ourselves. That's how it is. That's how it is for all of us. So you know, your own evolution now bringing you to this point is allowing you to, because the Western Door, the veil is thin in the fall. Starting September 21st or September 22nd, depending on where you are on the planet, this time is the fall equinox, is the Western Door, when the relationship with the underworld, everything dies or appears to die, but it isn't dead. It's just gone underground into its roots. And where are the roots? In the underworld. So the Western Door is a walk through the Western Door and into the underworld, where you are purified, where you understand yourself, where you meet what you need to meet. You let go of what you need to let go of. You are refined. You've done everything you can do. It's almost like a state of surrender. You've done everything you can do. You've done everything you can do. You've done everything you can do. And now you're in a state of surrender, entering into a state of, you've done everything you do. You've dug up the soil. You softened the hard earth. Then you took your spade and you dug a hole in it. Then you took the seeds of new consciousness and new vision coming in on your life that is spirit within you also in agreement, and you planted it. Then you covered it all up, or first you watered it, and then you covered it all up and put a little marker there of protection and protected it. You know, you've done everything you can do. You've done all of that here. You know, finding the seeds, not knowing them then. You're just digging up the dirt, not knowing where you're going, what's going to be planted here. Maybe you have sort of an idea, but it hasn't become thick yet. That jello hasn't solidified yet. That butter anointing has not solidified yet into butter. It's still cream. It's still liquid and liquid gelatin, depending on what your vision is. You know, and how long it takes to solidify. But once it gets here, it is. And you know. You may have been planting seeds way back here. This is the spiral. The medicine wheel is the spiral. These will be true for each layer up. Each evolution of growth. Okay? So you going through, you don't grow in spite of your fear, in spite of your fears, you grow through them. And that's what I'm seeing, is you going through your fears of change, all of it into the Western Door, into surrender, coming out as the magician, the King of Wands. But it's not just a magician, the magician, and that's why Merlin came to me, because Merlin was the counsel of the king. He was the counsel of the king. The king turned to Merlin for, astrology, insight, knowledge. So you have been developing your own Merlin. And I feel like the Wizard's Duel, oh my gosh, Creator. I love the readings, the Creator and the ancestors, and whatever the energies are that are coming in right now, because they want to be on the planet, they want to come onto the plane, is the energy of enchantment, the energy of mystery, the energy of spirit, you know? And the adversary is the Six of Swords in reverse, which is the resistance. The resistance. Maybe, you know, you've been refined because of your own emotional baggage, because of unresolved issues, because of your own resistance. All of these things, you know yourself very well because of all of these things in you. You wonder when you, and I feel like somebody else is attached to this card too, that is also resisting resolving a conflict with you, resisting letting go of their own emotional baggage so that they can have a loving relationship with you. Somebody who is resisting their own transition, moving forward in a relationship with you. They're not ready to tell the truth. They don't want to tell the truth. But I feel like you know this part of yourself. And it's because this part of yourself, your own inner resistance that you've had to lay hold of, that has been the fire, that has been the fire. The fire isn't just our passion and our belief and our faith. It's also our passion against it. Okay? Both serve your consciousness. Remember what I said. Good and evil are forces in support of your growth, like the chariot with the two sphinxes on it. One's light, one's dark. Duality, unity, both are serving you. Okay, that's antinomian, which means you got to take fair off the table. And that's only for the sophisticated magician. Only the sophisticated magician understands this. Other people that are still steeped in the drama and he said, she said, they did, he did, she did, whatever, is not ready for this kind of medicine. It'll be very bitter. It will taste very, very bitter. But when you get into the higher dimensions, it may still be bitter, but your relationship to it will have changed. Okay? Let's not fantasize about what the path is. Oh, it's going to turn into sugar water. Like, no, it's not. A punch in the face is still going to be a punch in the face, okay? I'm telling you. But your relationship to it will have changed. Yeah. What just popped up? Okay, what is this for? This is for East. Holy, okay. Okay, I feel like the creator's like, okay, enough babbling. Okay, here we go. So your new territory came when you let go of a King of Cups energy. This could have been your own King of Cups energy or King of Cups energy within somebody else. So your own mercilessness, you know, maybe your own manipulative ways. And we all have manipulative ways. We all have Queen Mob in us and the mad, magnificent Mim. All of us do. That's a part of duality. It's a part of human nature. And people that are like, no, I don't, you know, those people I stay the hell away from because they don't know their shadow. They don't know themselves. We're not delivered to our light in escape of our shadow. We're delivered to our light by our shadow. Okay? And when people say they don't have a shadow, I stay away from these people because I think you don't know yourself. Therefore, you're not aware of what you're capable of. So that's a period. Good or evil. Okay, let me make that clear because the darkness serves the light. So here we go. So you let go of your King of Cups energy. So this could have been somebody else you were dealing with that was very merciless, and maybe this was your own mercilessness of like Some of your other relationships, who knows? Or some of your relationships, who knows? I don't know. Maybe of yourself. Ooh. First and foremost, it's of yourself. It's of yourself. Mercilessness of yourself. Oh, geez. Because that's where it starts, people. That's where it starts. You can forgive 1,000,000 people. Or, no, I won't say it that way. Like the Buddha said, you can conquer 1,000,000 people, whether that be physically, but more than anything, probably intellectually and spiritually. But unless you have first conquered yourself, you've really conquered no one. It's gotta start here. And some people aren't ready for that yet. They would rather conquer the system, conquer other people, dominate other people, get other people. Like, always saying to people, you don't understand. It's like, no, the world doesn't need to understand you. You need to understand you. That's your responsibility. That's my responsibility. It's not your responsibility to understand me. And it's not my responsibility to understand you. Okay, the fact that we can even speak the same language in amongst all the language of nuance and experience is a miracle, but here we are. Okay, so you've let go of a King of Cups energy, your very merciless energy. For some of you, okay, this is even bigger than you and the other person. This is cultural, this is systemic. Oh, they just said systemic. This is systemic. And you've let go of this. You've let go of it. Some sort of systemic, merciless energy. And of course, we are the system. So the people in your life that were plugged into that kind of energy, maybe you've had to let go of them also, which gave you a great sense of satisfaction. Over time, you began hearing, as that energy began fading out in your life, you began hearing more and more of where you were luxurious within your own energy and where you are feeling like very, very satisfied with how you have served you and your highest good by walking away. Look at the red, and the red. I feel like, oh, interesting. Oh, they just said the red. This King of Cups energy had dominated the red in you, meaning your root chakra, which is where our ancestry, our sense of groundedness, our ancestry, it's a sense of power also too, to be able to be grounded, stand in our power, being rooted, being grounded. And I feel like this merciless energy had authority over your own root chakra energy until you took control of it, until you abandoned this even in yourself, or retrained your thinking, abandoned an old behavior. It's still in your file folders, it's there if you need it for survival, to do good. Let me add that in, to do good. But for now, you've got other things you can employ, and that's more sovereign of you, more sovereign you. You're employing a more authentic part of yourself. You don't need this anymore. You don't need this outside of you having authority over you, and you don't need this inside sabotaging all that is genuine and beautiful to you. Okay? You walking away, see your red boots and your red, you honoring what is ancestral, your roots. Red is the roots. It's the ancestry. And what's on the bottom of the deck here is the Nine of Swords in reverse. A renewal of hope, a returning hope is coming in and online as you are the dawn of this new healing and new relationship with yourself that you've been healing. As it dawns more into your life, more hope comes in. What has authority over this process now is the cosmos. Before, your mind had authority over this process. Where's the camera? Here it is. Before, your mind had authority over you, while the cosmos covered you and covered your roots and protected you. Okay, now it's reversed. Now the cosmos, you and the cosmos have authority over the mental part of you. Because you've developed, like I said, a samurai, the inner samurai. You've developed the inner samurai. You know who you are. You trust your instinct and you trust your intuition. A sudden awareness about yourself that has allowed you to accept something about yourself. Beautiful. And the ability giving you the permission in yourself to choose happiness and to walk away from something that no longer serves you. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. They want me to touch on that. Now you can, when you are now in touch with your magician energy, as you have found new balance in your life because of the new territory you're in, because of what you've let go of, but you still have a connection to the lower world anytime you want. Like I said, you can access this, you're not scared of it. You're not scared of it. When you go through new growth, before you enter into new territory, you will often, like waves. Waves go up and then they come down, and then they go up and then they come down. There's always a balance. And I feel like you have an understanding of your balance with the upper and the lower worlds. Beautiful, beautiful. Because now the cosmos and you have the authority, and the mental world now is under your authority. Oh, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. You've done the work, because that's hard work to get here. That is very hard work. This decades. Okay. My channel, my readings can be long, but I don't give cosmic in 10 minutes. Like, who is it? There's so many people now that talk about TikTok brain. People's incapacity to hold steady the consciousness. Hold steady. Stay awake. Stay awake. For those of you that come to my readings, you can. There's many that can't. And so, you know what? Sometimes even that's me. That's even me sometimes, even now. Depending on what state of mind I'm in. So I'm not going to say that, I'm here all the time. No, I'm not. Okay, I'm here and then I'm not. But I'm always, okay, let me put it this way. I'm here, always changing, but there's a deeper part of me that is observing these changes. And this deeper part of me that is observing these changes, that's the part of me that is unchanging. And that's what I mean. And that's how I'm able to observe me when I'm in my highs, when I'm present, when I am in my power, when I am in the top of the wave trough, and when I'm at the top of the wave crest, and when I'm in the trough of the wave. Okay? That's what I mean. But the deeper part of me that's observing these changes is unchanging. That's what I mean. And that's what I mean about you also. That's why that came in. This isn't about me. This is about you. Although these readings are for me too. Okay. What is the Nine of Wands upright? The Five of Pentacles, the Emperor, and Justice. Ooh, and what's on the bottom of the deck? Oh, the Last Judgment. Are you kidding me? And what was this card? The Nine, yeah. What? Oh, you have one hell of a force to be reckoned with. Holy smoke. Yeah, you could be a Taurus or dealing with a Taurus, but there was a sense of not feeling like you were enough. A sense of feeling that you weren't good enough. And this is what the emperor is standing upon, is the sense, and turned his back upon, is a sense of not feeling good enough. In fact, this force of not feeling good enough, something in it has healed in you and now propels you forward as the emperor in a new sovereign self, a new sense of self, which is your own justice, a sense of justice. There's the yin and the yang. There it is. There's the spiral. There's the duality. This is Libra energy. Beautiful. Daughter of the Lord of Truth. So I feel like, yes, 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 yes. Everything you have come through, you were meant to come through so that you would know both sides of yourself. So that you would know both sides of yourself. Like I said, people that claim that they don't have a shadow, I'm like, okay, well, it was really nice knowing you. You have a nice life. And I'm going the other way. I'm not walking where you're walking to. Okay, and what's on the bottom of the deck is the Last Judgment. The Last Judgment. So kind of you're very determined. You know, your determination and your moving forward. You know, it's interesting because in the last reading, Justice in Reverse was at the top. The top was in the north here. And it was like you were letting go of justice for an older version of yourself. And I feel like this is like a progression of that. Because it's like you're moving forward in being your own justice through your own, developing your language, developing like the language of who you are. When you're happy, when you're sad, when you're not present, when you're not conscious, when you're in a crappy mood, when you're in an excellent mood, when you feel joy, when you're awed by nature, when you're awed by spirit. Like, you know how many dimensions of language there is? The dimensions of language is the dimensions of spirit. Okay, and not everybody speaks the same language. Everybody has different languages. Okay. It's a dance. You know, it's a dance. It's a dance language. You know, even though you and I speak the same language, our understanding each other is a dance from our own steps in our own worlds with each other. It's a dance of language across the heavens. That's what connection is. It's a dance of language across the heavens that builds a bridge between you and others. You have an understanding. What is supporting the understanding? Language, the dance. That's what is supporting the bridge. It's very deep, but that's also, if you look at your own life and your relationships with others, you'll see, yeah, that's not only very deep, it's also experiential. Okay, you'll see your own experiences in it. Okay, so that's it. So as you move forward and become your own judgment, this is releasing karma. This word also means sentencing. And it's not sentencing from you. It's not sentencing from you. I feel like your resolution with people in your life and seeing their hardship, even if you were to pray to the Creator and say, I forgive them, I forgive them, I feel like the Creator would say, this has nothing to do with you anymore. This is between them and me. And that's how it is. That's how it is for all of us. Yeah, we can use people as our excuse to stand in our stead because we refused to face ourselves, but in the end, we will be forced to see ourselves, whether we do it on this plane or in the next. And the Tibetan Book of the Dead says it's best if you do it while you have the neurology to do it, while you're alive. Because this is where all the growth is. This is like I just had it. It's like the earth is like a time machine, depending on your growth. Depending if you're slow and stressed out, time will go slow. But when you're happy, and the growth you have, the earth is like a time machine, and it's dimensional. Like he says in People of the Lie, or like I've learned not only through him, but through through my walk with spirituality. The lower dimensions have no authority over us unless we employ those dimensions within ourselves. Okay? Unless we descend down into our own psyche, into the lower dimensions. Can you hear what I'm saying? And then we're fair game. Okay? If we're doing that carelessly and not aware. Don't be scared of anger. Trust the shadow, but we got to be conscious of it. We can't let the shadow. It's irresponsible of us to let the shadow run our lives. Okay. Enough talking. What is the Two of Wands, Creator? It's the Two of Wands. Sorry to babble, you guys. What is the Two of Wands? The Two of Wands. What is the Two of Wands, Creator, in reverse? With the Dragon deck. Yeah, impulsiveness. The impulsiveness of the shadow. The impulsiveness of the fear, of our fear. Our impulsiveness of our anger. Our impulses. It's the end of these, the end of your relationship with impulsiveness. While you didn't know how to survive in the world, your impulsiveness carried you, protected you, did what it needed to do. It kept you alive. It got you here. It may not have been the only thing that kept you alive, but it was one of the myriad of forces, your forces around you, that kept you alive. So yes. One of these impulses is like anger, impulsiveness, maybe even recklessness, but that's just it. Because entering into the Western world, surrendering, a sense of surrender, passing a Rubicon, willing to lay these down, willing to, you're still going to be employing, whatever calls for the moment, whatever calls, but you're going to do it consciously, no more unconsciously. And that's what the magician is. The magician holds the balance between good and evil, right and wrong. The magician employs them both consciously when needed, as needed. Authentically, sovereignly, genuinely. The magician, yes, is not only a magician, but has, the King of Wands is the king. So this is magician energy that has authority. Oh, I'm seeing one of the highest levels of shaman, highest classifications of shaman. The highest classification of a shaman being the sovereign shaman that doesn't need a religion, because that's where we're going. That's where we're going. For those of you that can hear this, for those of you that can't, that's fair enough. Fair enough. You're on your own progression. Everybody is. We're all on our own progression. Yeah, again, you have become one hell of a force to be established. In the Eight of Swords here, one of the things that you are surrendering is your recklessness, your impulsiveness, your anger. You're also surrendering your victim consciousness. You're surrendering, yes, and that's what came through the first reading too, that I had to delete, was that we are being asked to be sovereign mystics, mature mystics, adult mystics, not children, not letting our children archetypes run our relationships, run our business, drive our cars, No, it's time to grow up. It's time for the mystic to come forward, because the earth needs you. And the shaman, the mature magician is also known as the shaman. And this is what the world needs. The world needs to be re-enchanted with the spirit of the earth, the spirit of nature, the spirit of each other. Okay. The Empress. Oh, the Page of Wands in reverse and the King of Wands in reverse. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Yes, there may be. Okay, so you are entering into the time of your... Okay, what's on the bottom of the deck here is the Knight of Swords in reverse. Well, I realize I didn't change the deck for both of these. Okay, that's okay. So I'm going to just put this card between both of these. Yes, okay. That's perfectly real, very real. Okay, so let us take down the illusions of utopia here, because that's not where you're going, okay? Your power, the enchantment you carry, the mystery you're going to be carrying, it's, you're creating with it. You're either... I don't know if you're having a baby, but maybe you are. Maybe you're having a baby. But I feel like you're also, or maybe both and, put these energies where they belong. Or you are creating something within yourself that's never been in the physical plane before. And that's what I mean. These energies want to come onto this plane. They want to be seen. They want to be heard. They want to be lived. They want to be integrated into the system and into the planet, because the earth needs this. The earth needs it. And I don't know if I start this reading off about the Renaissance and the Great Reform. It's not going to come from the church. It's going to come from the new power, the new God, which is consumerism. And who supports and is behind the curtain of consumerism, of the great mystery of Oz, is just a little tiny man, a little tiny trickster, a little tiny Queen of Wands in reverse, somebody who's manipulative and cunning and absolutely manipulative and cunning and a trickster, like a brujo behind a corporation, the corporate world, and there are many of them. Don't get me wrong, don't be foolish, don't be naive. Okay, so here we go. So you coming into this magician energy, you're manifesting it in your world. It's going to make some people around you very angry. It's going to make some people around you not necessarily angry, but oh, wait a minute. No, that's right. That's right. It's going to make some people around you. But first, while you're developing this, again, you're going to have a sense of like the Page of Wands here. There's going to be a Page of Wands here. It's interesting because I'm just seeing this as a spiral strengthening itself. It's like a pillar of light, this spiral going up. This is incredible. But you're getting, because of the resistance, this is what is serving you, is the resistance. Somebody else's resistance, I think, around you, and it's showing up here in the King of Wands in reverse. The King of Wands in reverse is the brujo. The King of Wands in reverse is intolerant, prejudice, cruel, severe, very strict, very controlling, very ill-natured, doesn't care about anybody but themselves. It's like the ultimate narcissist. The King of Wands in reverse. What is Leo in reverse? Leo is the king that serves the kingdom. But what happens when that Leo is turned upside down? What happens to a selfish king? A selfish king doesn't give a shit about his kingdom as long as his kingdom serves him. The selfish king becomes the narcissist. So that's what I feel. You becoming into against the resistance of a narcissist or a narcissistic maybe world, because I feel like this energy is bigger than you. This is just energy. I don't feel like it's a person. It could be energy that belongs to people around you, but I'm feeling it's like the world at large. People that are very closed off to enchantment, to magic, to the spirit world, to the mystery. When I say magic, I mean the mystery. The mystery of the quantum world. That's like magic. It's like magic of how this all works. You know, you don't believe me? Go and read Adam Dreamhealer's book. Go to his website. You know, he's the real thing. Okay. You're not, frauds and fakes don't work with some of the best and most prestigious people in the world, like Edward Mitchell, the astronaut, you know, like many healers in the world that he has worked with, like very, very amazing person. So anyway, so this is it, is you are going to be developing this and you're going to feel for a while that you're not going to have any direction. It's an energy that's coming in and you're going to be going up against, they just said cynicism. You're going to be going up against cynicism within the world, within the collective, that have not aligned themselves to this energy within themselves. Okay, therefore there's no common ground with this energy between you and them because they themselves don't see it in themselves yet. Very interesting. And the Knight of Swords in reverse. Yes, yes, yes. Because part of this is the resistance you've gone up against within yourself that you've worked through. We don't grow in spite of our resistance. We go through it. We grow through it. And you've grown through yours. Okay, but this is a reflection of you understanding the resistance of people around you to the energy that you are ultimately coming into. And this is resistance that is deceitful, tyrannical, like a tyrannical energy, disunion, some sort of disunion between you and others. People, there's a quote that says, awakening is not stepping into paradise. It is facing into the resistance of those who will defend the matrix. Okay, that's what awakening is also. There are many people that are clinging to their own chronos. Their eyes have not yet opened. Where you are, they don't believe exists. They believe that you're crazy or wacko or whatever. Trust me, I mean what I say. I've been there myself. Some people that are steeped in whatever they're steeped in, they have to come to the end of it. And this is what has served you. This is what has served you, coming into your magician energy, and it will continue to serve you, because the more you evolve in your magician energy, you will meet more and more adversaries who are here to serve you. How do you sharpen your sword? It doesn't get sharp by hanging on the wall and being inactive and hiding it away. Now that you've achieved it, yay! Now I got to hide it and like avoid all obstacles in case somebody defeats you and tries to take it away from you. How can that happen? This sword is your own clarity. This sword is your own consciousness. Nobody's taken this away. The adversaries that are coming towards you in your life are here to serve you. You have contracts with them, and they have contracts with you. Ultimately, you may defeat some may defeat you. Who knows? But either way, it's not right or wrong. From an antinomian perspective, it's about what did you learn? What did you learn? Because if you didn't learn anything, you got to go back and do it all over again. The same lessons, the same contracts. So you learn to pay attention. You learn to pay attention. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave this reading here. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this reading. You guys are amazing, absolutely amazing. Have come through what you have come through and defeated and faced within yourselves, and still carry within yourselves with honor and understanding, and unified like the high priestess, like the justice here, being unified within your light and your dark, having a sense of justice. And it doesn't mean it's fair. Let me explain something. Never do we really ever get a sense of justice out in the world. When somebody dies at the hands of somebody else, even in court, even if the person who was guilty goes to prison forever, it's still not going to bring the other person back. Say somebody gets hurt and loses a limb. No matter how much money they get in compensation, it's never going to bring that limb back. It's not really justice. It's some sort of compensation, but it isn't justice. Justice comes from you. That's the true justice. That's a justice that no one can touch. And we get that through going into the underworld, seeing ourselves, releasing ourselves, and opening to the understanding of who we are and our relationship to why we're here. Alrighty, you guys, you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you guys in the next reading.